Last season we dodged relegation to build this team for the future, and with all eyes on returning to the Bundesliga, do we have what it takes to win promotion? Hey, what's going on? Respected Jeff here with another season in this Schalke career, Season 3, and this time, like I said in the intro, we are chasing down promotion. There's been a huge deal struck in the offseason. We have gotten Adidas back as a kit sponsor for our manufacturer deal, and that leaves us with a good sum of money to use to really push for promotion. The board has given us a mandate this season that we need to win promotion at all costs. That means by whatever means necessary, using the funds we need to, using the players we need to, not necessarily relying on youth like we have in the past, although that will be a priority for me personally this season. So in terms of what we actually need to boost this squad, I think for our transfer targets, we're going to look at a right midfielder, one defensive midfielder, and also a left back to replace Çalhanoğlu, who left at the end of last year. Probably the first two, an important role. I think we really need people to push this team on, and then obviously the left back would be more of a substitute. So let's take the latter on first. I think it's easy enough. Bayern Munich's second team down in Division 3 has a really good player in the young left back, Vida, who can definitely be an option for the future and start to provide a little competition there. But in terms of the more important signings, I think we need someone who's a really strong defensive midfielder. Huger is kind of our man last season, but he's getting up there with age, and maybe just not as competitive as we would like pushing for promotion. So I set my eyes on Patterson Chateau, and he is a fantastic defensive midfielder. Definitely not the most technically gifted, not the highest rated either. But he's just that kind of player who should fit into the squad and do his role well. Finally, we turn our eyes to Linton Mina, who is a fantastic talent, actually playing for another team in this division, but we're able to flex our muscles a little bit with some of that money that came in, as well as the pull of a big name like Schalke, and take down Linton Mina as our latest signing. 13 million, we are not messing around. Everything on the line this season. Like I said, promotion is key. So we got some of these big new names in the team, and hopefully it's enough to really make a push. Definitely not able to guarantee it this season, but we have some big names starting to line up for us here. If you look at this front line, it's already drastically improved over last season. We have Sandoval and Mena, the new signings, and Coman up top, who was great at the end of last year. Now we'll get into preseason, but taking a quick look at the new kits we have for this season. Adidas is the sponsor. Some cool new designs there, just so you guys can check them out. Obviously, you'll see them in action as the season goes on. But with that said, it's time to give this new team a chance. Tons of youth to start here for preseason. We'll see who impresses us and who's going to go out on loan, but we'll wait till after preseason to see that. In the meantime, if you guys want to consider subscribing, please do, and let's get to the action. Alright, here we go straight into preseason, and I'll just take you through the highlights so we can get into the bulk of the actual season at the end of the episode here. One to watch out for here early in preseason is Sidi Sane. Obviously, he's been with us the last two seasons and just has never stepped up. We've given him plenty of opportunities, and this really preseason is his last chance to show us what he's got, and he kind of delivered. He looked really sharp, Sidi Sane, like he had a point to prove out there on the wing, and to be honest, in this first game of preseason here, he was our most threatening player by a landslide. Unfortunately, though, the talk of preseason so far has been our defense, which was atrocious. Captain Hugo Hawkins for this one, making a mistake in the box, gives away a penalty for the first goal, and then really so many mistakes at the back, just leads us to concede a bunch. I had a bunch of young players there. We had our new signing at left back. We had Aliou starting at center back, Campanile. It's maybe not our first choice back line, so no need to panic yet. It is just preseason, but we find ourselves 3 goals down. And what a ball right there. Another one to watch out for, Evan Rotundo coming back from loan, the young American central midfielder, actually one of our youngest out of all the youth academy players, but also a player with maybe one of the highest ceilings in the club as well. His passing range is outstanding, and he's not quite the same player as our new signing Chateau, so I think it'll give us some options in midfield. You can see the first goal of the game there goes to new signing Sandoval on his debut. We had that pre-contract signing at the end of last season, and he'll be our left midfielder, probably starting the season. We'll see how the rest of preseason goes here. Chateau coming on for a first appearance, and boy, is this guy a brick wall, a real out-and-out defensive midfielder. You can see him winning the ball back, but also getting forward. I mean, like I said earlier, maybe not the most technically gifted, but he plays some nice passes there, and at the end of the game, a little half chance for us eventually does end 3-1. Not the best performance at all, but some talking points here. Let's just see how the rest of preseason goes. So next up, we switched the lineup a little bit, but honestly still a lot of young faces in here, as well as some players who kind of have their last shot here to show why they deserve a spot this season. Notably, last season's captain, Fatih Chandan up top starts, and really, with Coman and pressing massively at striker, it probably unfortunately looks like Fatih Chandan is out of a spot, especially with Igel Brook coming up as our young out-and-out striker option who provides a lot of pace. I think he's kind of established himself as our second striker, meaning Chandan might really fall down the pecking order and find himself in the reserves this season. And to be honest, this game was no different. He didn't impress too much, didn't really show what he had. Unfortunately for us, we concede there after playing pretty well the opening 36 minutes. Young goalkeeper Danny Rose getting caught out on that one, unfortunately, but he had a really good game leading up to that. You could have seen some of the saves he was making before that. We just couldn't get anything going, so we threw a ton of subs on late in the game. New signing Mina out on the wing, as well as Coman up top, and it kind of changes the game. Coman with a little half chance there. He was offsides and also made a mess of it, but sparks of what might be to come if we start that front three the next couple of games. So another loss, another disappointing one, but again, it's just preseason. Alright, last game of preseason here, and we start with a lineup that should more accurately reflect the way we want to play. I gave Youth a chance. Honestly, not too many players impressing. Rose looked fine in goal, but it's not like he's going to be starting over Himmelman just yet. Rotundo definitely earned his spot in the team for the remainder of the season, but again, I don't know if he's exactly starter material or not. One who really got the chance in this game was Can Bozdogan. You can see him getting an assist, almost an assist there for Coman playing a ball through, and he just looked dangerous all afternoon. He was playing so many of those little balls over the top, and with a striker like Coman on the end of him, this could be a good partnership, and it's one to watch out for. I was kind of considering moving Bozdogan on this summer. He has such high potential and deserves to be starting, but with someone like Fabian ahead of him who's been playing so well, it's always going to be tough for him to find minutes, but he looks to be a man on a mission, creating chances. You can see having shots, and although I feel like we were really unlucky to score here in this first half, the team was on fire, creating opportunities. I have no doubt that if we play like that all season long, we will score goals, just a little unlucky. Another talking point here, again, is Chateau and his absolute work rate in the middle of the pitch. He won the ball back so many times. You can see him, nothing gets by this guy. Like I said earlier, an absolute brick wall of a player. Winning it back again here, and it kind of launches us on the counterattack. The team was resolute. We really didn't concede too many chances here, and Bozdogan just patiently waiting for a run. He's always got his head up, looking for those kind of opportunities, and eventually he sneaks it through for Coman, who this time makes no mistake. With 18 minutes left, we finally get our goal, and you gotta say, it is well-deserved. Florentin Coman scoring again, Bozdogan assisting, and honestly, we're keeping Bozdogan. Like I said, I was kind of half considering selling him this window just to get some cash in if he wasn't going to be playing, but he deserves a spot. He is going to fight for that attacking mid position, and a lot to talk through this season. So preseason's a wrap, and we move on. Alright, well, not the best results in preseason, but more of a fitness test than anything. We know how we're going to line up this season. I think with that said, none of the youth players outside of the ones who are already starting are probably going to get much of a shot, so I'm sending the vast majority of them out on loan. Rose can stay, obviously, but Koritowski, Mafundu, we're making a title push, promotion push rather this season, and unfortunately, Sane is going to be among the ones that's allowed to leave on loan this season. I don't think he's going to play an important role for us yet. Might still have a future here, but I'm not going to keep giving him chances in this first team if we really need to get results. The time is up for giving youth a shot just to develop. We need immediate impact here. In terms of the way we're going to line up this season, like I said, it's kind of between Fabian and Bozdogan for attacking mid. Just because of his form in preseason, I'm giving Bozdogan a shout here. He's going to start the first game. Chateau and Mina, the new signings, straight into the lineup as well. Obviously, Rotundo will be an option off the bench. Same back four as last season. One to keep an eye out for is Campanile at right back. Maybe Becker can work his way back into that spot, but time will tell. So here we go, guys. First game of the season, big things ahead, and this is our chance to start things off on a strong foot. And with that said, let's kick it off. Alright, here we go. First game of our third season in charge. Schalke looking for promotion this season, and we kick it off match day 1 in front of the home fans, looking to really start off on a strong note. Big new signings, obviously the biggest of all signings came last season in Coman, that January window, so I hope he's looking to kick on with his first full season under us, and if the end of last was anything to go by, he is going to be an absolute superstar in this league. It's a matter, honestly, of probably just winning promotion and making sure we keep a hold of him. I think if we miss out this season, the kind of growth he's having, he might be onto greener pastures and bigger teams, so time is of the essence here in getting us back to the Bundesliga and keeping a hold of our talent. Honestly, we started the game so strong. You can see all of this possession here. Bozdogan, obviously that kind of creative force at attacking midfield, playing well again and really just looking for the outlet, trying to feed balls through to Coman, and the two of them linking up well. Florentin Coman, desperate to make some sort of impression here, taking his man on. Not too far off, but again, not enough to crack the deadlock here. Bozdogan, the latest, to have a shot blocked. It's been all Schalke so far, but unfortunately, nothing to show for it. 43 minutes in, scoreline still level. Bozdogan, little dink over the top, and again, just a couple inches in front of Coman, who is running onto it there. Hopefully, the second half would be a different story, and we start with the same kind of intensity that we had in the first half. Bozdogan playing it through Andrik, everything trying to get funneled there through Coman, who does manage to get a shot off, but it's not enough to test the goalkeeper. Florentin Coman, great footwork, and he's looking for the outlet here. Chateau finding himself in a little bit of space, and he picks out Florentin Coman, eventually does find his goal, and who else is going to score in this team? He is an absolute spearhead at the top of our attack, and he finishes his chances if he's given enough of them like he was tonight. Absolutely fantastic player we have on our hands. Honestly, 78 or 79 overall, whatever he's grown to recently, is really top of the league kind of material. I don't think you're going to find a better rated player in Division 2 at the moment. And unfortunately for us, he's on our team. So we just got to make sure that we make great use of him. Honestly, super nervy moments here. 80 minutes in, fantastic save from Himmelman, who once again shows why he is a top-notch goalkeeper. Hugo Hawkins, a little bit of a mistake there at the edge of the box, sliding in, rash challenge, and it is a very nervy moment here as Himmelman grabs that one out of the air. Lovely save again, safe hands from the goalkeeper, and we make sure that we keep our lead intact. But it's a slim one, only one goal, and we continue to give the ball away here under a bit of pressure mounting from the opposition. We just have to hang on. 2 minutes left. Everyone throwing their bodies on the line. Theo Jaggi, what a tackle. One of the unsung heroes of this team. Since he's moved to center back, has been one of our best players. Not even to say he was that bad at central mid either. He's just a great player overall, and we are lucky to have a player of that caliber on our hands. Honestly, it's great just seeing him and Hawkins pair up the Chelsea duo playing at center back together, and a lovely performance in the team. 91 minutes gone, and we see it out. First win of the season. Probably closer than we would have liked, but we'll take the points. Goal from Coman. Everyone playing well. I think we found our starting 11 for this season so far. So, big things to come for this team. We take the win, and we move on. Lovely, lovely stuff from the team here, and Florentin Coman is the one who really picks up all the attention here in the post-game press conference. Honestly, the question we're being asked is, why did we sub him? I mean, he had a great game. It wasn't because of that at all, so we have to navigate those press conferences carefully. In the meantime, though, Coman reaches out to say he is happy to be playing at striker. More of an out-and-out winger originally, but I think we're kind of repurposing him in one of his better roles here. Marco Huger, unfortunately as well, might be one to miss out this season. He was not happy to not be involved. Obviously, we only signed him last year, but I just don't think he has the kind of quality that we need to really push this team on for promotion. We'll see. He'll have every chance to fight back for his spot here. Now, taking a look, I mean, tons of youth players got loaned out. Sane among them. Obviously, the rest probably were not going to play too much, so we'll see how that goes. A lot of players off to the MLS. And then in terms of signings, we had Vida come in for $1 million, Chateau for 3.4, and then the big signing, Mina, for 13 million. Hopefully that pays off for us. It is a big gamble, but so far he looks to have fit in. We haven't seen maybe the best of him yet, but that front three is looking great so far. So if you guys want to check out all of the detailed stats for the team and all the players in it, go to respectthejeff.com. You can click on the Schalke tab and see it all for yourself. Drop comments there or on this video about what you think we should be doing for the remainder of the season. In the meantime, please consider subscribing. It helps me out so much, and you can stay up to date with the content. So I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.